This is the Cemetery Commission meeting of April 10th, 2018. Present tonight are Sharon Horacek, Ronnie Connolly, Jim Fahey, Bud Phillips, and Erica Baker.
I make a motion the meeting come to order.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any bills and mail or no bills? The only mail was an invite to the art show, which I think is under your agenda there.
Oh. Oh, okay.
There's only that one original. That's nice. Nice picture. Okay. Any bills to sign or POs? No bills or POs. Okay. But we'll just peruse the budget. Anybody have any questions? Nope. Move on.
Make a
Oh.
motion to, account be accepted as printed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Jim. We have any deeds to sign?
No deeds.
No deeds. And
One burial.
new burial. Oh, Harold.
Harold Stewart.
I don't know. I can make copies if you want me to.
Did they call him Snooky? Did they call him Snooky?
Snooky, yeah.
Snooky, that's Gene's brother, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes, I've known him for years.
yep, Snooky died.
And reviewed the minutes. I read them online.
Yep,
Fine
I
with
also
me.
did, and I approved him online.
Make a motion that the minutes be approved as written and presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Jim.
Update on tree removal in old and new cemetery. Anything?
I called, the tree man up and, I said, we're all set to go. He's got the okay from the selectmen, so when he has a break in the action, he'll come over and start on it.
Okay, good.
The old cemetery, that's up in the air yet,
Okay,
so we're gonna have to do something with it.
okay. Actually, you know what? I think Carl called me, and I forgot to call him back, so I'll give him a call tomorrow. Find out what he wanted to know about the old cemetery. Because I brought him that, the thing the arborist
Yeah,
did.
the arborist, yeah.
Yeah, so he has that. And any other
It
questions?
just, no, it just came to my thought, Harold Stewart passed away.
Yeah, Snooky.
Last month we approved Mrs. Stewart, is that her?
Yes,
That's her plot.
it was
Okay,
her plot.
Okay, I just wanted, I didn't know if there was Gene's family or, okay,
Gene has a different plot.
okay.
Oh, I didn't know there was, no. Yeah, because when I called her back to tell her about
The stones?
the stone and everything, he had just passed. And I'm like, oh, I felt so badly. But she said, oh, don't worry about it, we knew it was coming, and he's in a better place, and so it was all good. Anything else?
Yeah, the land survey project, he doesn't call back.
Still, huh?
Yeah.
Is there another one we can possibly go with?
Oh, well, there's a whole list.
I would start calling somebody else.
Yeah.
We need to get this done. We're gonna be,
I have the list also.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And who was that didn't call back?
I can't think of his name.
Is it Huntley, Alexak?
It was
No, it
Levesque's.
wasn't like that.
Oh,
It was from,
Levesque.
it was from a Levesque, right?
Oh, the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
All right, no call.
I'll call Danny Alexak and see if he's interested in doing, he's feeling better now. He had some
Okay,
problems before, so
okay.
see if he wants to do it. I know he was, at the time, he was doing, another cemetery in Granville there, so
Okay,
So I think he might be free now.
okay,
I'll call him.
all right, cool, very good. Thanks, Bud. I have something to bring in. Anybody else have anything? Because I have something for new business that just came about after the agenda was done.
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
Not the one. This Raymond Dion, who lived at 18 Depot Square, the Forestier Funeral Home called me, Joanne, and said that this man had passed away last week and had wanted to be buried in Southwick, but had been at the governor's house, nursing home.
In Westfield.
And she thought he had been there for 4 years, but he had only been there since May of last year. And he lived over here at Depot Square, but he lived in the
Pineywood section, I think, didn't he?
the group home in the back.
Oh, okay.
Because I had called the housing authority and wanting to know how long he had been gone, and they really don't have anything to do with that building. So, she said he had no he had no relatives. He did have money to buy the plot and the burial, pay for it. I did tell her that our policy is Southwick residents only,
How long was he in Governor's house?
just since May of last year.
Almost a year.
A better
Okay,
question,
so-
how long was he at the square?
I can't get that information. I called the housing authority, but they don't have any. One part is, I think, like an addiction, and the other part is behavior health. So, but our housing authority really doesn't have anything to do with that
Right,
building.
right.
So they don't know
How
if
long
he
he'd
has
been
been
there?
gone only since May of last year, or has he been gone since 2014? You know, this is making a precedence that if anybody finds, hears this, that we've allowed.
But then again, he does have proof of residence
In
in
Southwick,
Southwick.
before he
Right.
went to the
Before he
Governor's
went
house.
there.
And
now-
I guess he's been there for a very long time.
Would that be just like anyone else going to a nursing facility?
Nursing home, right.
Okay,
I would
That,
call that's, because, yeah.
That is a temporary, address
okay,
while they recover or recoup.
okay.
And that if he was indeed a resident here,
Mm-hmm.
has anyone looked at the, voting records? Has he been, is he, does he have any other proof besides the fact that he was a resident of the housing?
The way I understand
System.
it,
That I don't know.
he was not capable of voting,
Or
Okay.
not allowed to vote,
or
maybe,
not allowed to vote.
because
Right.
maybe he was,
But if he lived
Had a
in
history of
Southwick, if he lived, in
lost his right,
like, he could have lost his right to vote.
Maybe,
as a-
yes.
but-
maybe.
If he lived in Southwick before he went into as Jim said, before he went into the nursing home is a temporary address while you're recuperating or making final, whatever.
Okay,
So if anybody else from here went into a nursing home but had their house in Southwick, we would do it. But
okay.
do we know if this person here, when he got out of if he got out of the nursing home, would he have come back to this house? There's no way of knowing.
There's
And
no way of
there's no
knowing that.
record of him living in Southwick prior than, living at the depot.
As far as I know, no.
There's
But
no,
she said he lived here most of his life, so I don't know
There
how
is,
long
there is
he's
a
been over
Dion that
there.
was in town it had been in town for years, cause I went to school with a few Dions. I don't know.
But this is a
I'm-
D-I-O-N-N-E
Oh, okay.
there is
So
a
it's
D-I-O-N.
Okay,
That
in
there is a
Southwick.
difference,
in
yeah.
town. But he has no relatives at all. He's got nobody. So, but,
You don't by any chance know if he's a veteran or anything, do you?
I doubt it.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, well, no, I mean,
And I don't know, I don't know, and I talked to Karen, who is the secretary for the
Well,
Southwick
Well, he wasn't
Housing
wacky,
Authority.
but he was
She remembers his name,
handicapped.
but she doesn't know which side he lived on,
okay.
so,
He was handicapped.
He was handicapped.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be against, I mean, to me, he was here, He
He
went to the
lived
nursing
here, went to
home.
a nursing home,
I
So
would say he was a Southwick
There,
resident.
there is a record of him residing
there,
there.
yes,
Then, if he was residing on the property, then he
he
would
did,
be considered a resident of Southwick.
Mhm.
He was counted in the census.
okay.
Therefore, he's a resident of Southwick. He went to a long-term rehab facility. He should be able to buy a plot, my opinion.
Now, she told you that she had enough money to buy a plot at open and close,
The 400 for the burial,
right?
that's open and closed, correct?
No, that's just the plot is 400.
Oh, I know, and then 400 for the opening and
close,
closing.
Right,
And I did ask her that, and she said, yes, he had it for it all.
okay, because
And that's
I was-
Joanne at the Four Steer
Okay,
Funeral Home.
I
because-
was going on that assumption when she called me, and I told her that we probably could sell her a lot in section 7, row H,
Mhm.
number 7,
Okay,
which is right next to Stewart.
mhm,
And we were gonna go ahead with that, but she just called me and said, we're gonna hold up on it until you reach the decision.
I know, I told her, I says, I can't unilaterally
Yep.
do this. I says, we're having a meeting, you're in luck, because we're having a meeting tonight. And, I will get back to her after I talk to the other commissioners. That's my
No.
text,
Oh, okay.
somebody's text.
Mine just tells me I got a text.
Is,
It does it twice,
is,
pain in the
is,
butt. Mhm,
is
sorry.
the email that we were sent about this, is that a matter of public record?
It wasn't an email, she called me
Oh, she
on my
called
cell
you.
phone.
So this
From
is
the-
gonna be your verbal comment,
Exactly.
okay?
I-
But then
I-
again, she was told that, the cost of it, and
Yes.
she said that he was an indigent, is,
She kind of said that, but if he's got money to pay for I said, the plot was 400 and the burial was 400, so that's $800. And I said, and she said he had the money to pay for it. I says, he has no relatives? She said, no, no one.
well, this is getting off subject, but
Mhm.
if he was at governor's house, they must have a social security number for him, or some sort of history on him.
But with HIPAA, are they allowed to give me that
Right,
information?
right. I mean, he's listed as a resident, he came from Southwick.
Mhm.
The nursing home has him coming from a
Well,
Southwick address, so,
I just want to,
yeah.
I'm not opposed, I'm not right now opposed to him being laid to rest in the town.
Okay.
He was in town as a resident,
Mhm.
he has the right to purchase a lot.
And his wishes were that he could be
Fine.
buried here in
Although
town.
he didn't do it before his demise,
Right,
it was translated that he wanted to do it.
right.
I just wanted, if the man was of some stature, was he a veteran, was,
Yeah,
is there,
I mean-
is there someone, some organization that would want to attend the service, but that's not our problem.
Right.
That would be her problem.
I think at this point, he's been gone over a week, and they would like him buried.
Okay,
I mean, they've had him, I don't know when he passed, but it was sometime, it sounded like early last week, so they've had him and they wanna get this
Resolved, yeah.
resolved.
I'll make a motion that Mr. Dion, a resident of Southwick, recently deceased, be permitted to buy a plot in the town cemetery.
Posthumously.
Yes, posthumously.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And
That will
also,
pass.
I'll make a motion that it would be the Forster Funeral Home who's responsible for payment of this, because they said he had the money, and they will pay for the opening, the closing, and the plot.
Correct. And she told me, she asked about the check, and I said, that's made out to the town of Southwick for that amount, $800.
Right.
So,
Okay.
And this, that was my motion,
mhm.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And he could have made prior arrangements with Forestry that we don't know about.
Well, from what
So
she was
that's-
telling me, it almost sounded like he had.
Okay,
He had some arrangements already made, and that his wish was to be buried here in town.
well, the thing is, he lived here.
Right. Right.
Evidently, he liked it here, he
Yep.
wants to be buried here,
Mm-hmm.
he's got the money.
Yep.
Then it's fine, it's,
Okay. Okay, thank you.
So you want me to agree to sell her, well, you have to sell her.
Yeah,
that.
I told her after our meeting I would call her. She gave me
Okay.
her cell phone number, and
She-
I will call her and give her that information.
She'll probably wanna go
And-
ahead with the Thursday burial then,
I will find that out,
okay.
because she'll have to, somebody will have to sign the purchase and sale
Yep.
and give me a check for it. So I can go down and do that tomorrow. Find out from her when they wanna do that. It sounded like she wanted to get it done this week.
Well, that means I have to have a little notification to get in touch with Ryan
Mm-hmm.
Lent, the digger there.
Yep.
I got him scheduled for 2, the 3, so already, so,
Okay,
but this one was a little earlier than those.
okay.
That's all I'm looking at,
Yeah,
make you
oh,
right.
Well,
absolutely,
is-
no, that's fine.
you're saying that there's two scheduled digs coming up? Can we coordinate,
No, they're not for
No.
2 weeks.
oh, they're too
Oh,
far
they're-
away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's next Friday and
Yeah, okay.
Thursday and Friday. And then there's the one following Monday, but that's just a cremation burial.
Okay, that's all of the new business I had. Anybody else?
We're doing the survey, the trees, and Pontum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I make a motion, the meeting be adjourned.
All in favor?
Second,
Oh, all in
aye.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion
Aye.
to